The Culture Currency show is for those who recognize that nuance is key. We don't pretend to have all the answers, but we tackle the issues that affect the majority when speaking of Black America. Our discussions are informed by the host's personal experiences and insights, and we're always open to evolving our perspective as we gain new understanding. This is the story of two friends from the Bronx who decided to get real, be direct, and impact Black culture. Welcome to Culture Currency, where culture is the value.
How you doing today?
Good morning. I'm all right. You?
I'm good.
Yeah?
I'm good.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm chilling.
Yeah. I think having this conversation going, pick up my spirits.
Yeah. Sometimes life be lifing.
Yeah, life be lifing, man. One of them days.
Mm-hmm. Today's topic is Super Ninja.
Yeah.
You know what that means?
I mean, Super Ninja is like when you have the, I did this all by myself complex or air about you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As if it doesn't take a team to build something. As if you're rolling alone. So we wanted to have that discussion about those mentalities in people.
That whole self-made discussion is a great discussion to have, because I understand it.
Yeah, but it's not
true. But I
true.
don't agree.
Yeah, well, I understand it, but I don't agree. Check that episode.
I'm Mahogany.
I'm Ish.
And this is Culture Currency.
Well, culture
is the value. What's your thoughts on the concept of self-made?
I thought having this discussion was so great because that notion is actually insane. And then the people who really believe that, I feel like they really hurt their run. You know what I'm saying? Because you're so busy trying to be like the front runner or really feel like you're doing it by yourself that you leave out your whole team. Everything needs a team to build something. Like, what's built alone?
I feel like it's a lack of gratitude.
Yeah.
It's a lack of gratitude. I think it's a slap
absolutely.
in the face for all of the people who did show up for you at whatever point, right? Mm-hmm. How could anyone, every stage of your life, somebody helped you with something. Even if just to spark a thought.
Yep.
Right? Even if it was just encouragement. And when I hear people make those statements, especially it's one particular person I'm thinking of, who's a parent.
I'm just
I ain't doing that. Who's a parent, and this specific person feels like, oh, I do it all by myself as I watch people help her take care of her children, as I watch people make runs for her.
Right.
And am a part of one of the people helping to strategically build what she's trying to build.
Right.
It's like, oh, so we ain't ish?
Right, exactly. And you know what? And then I know, because I remember I talked to my cousin recently because, and knowing that we were going to have this discussion, she said something like, because I'm doing this all by myself, and it just rung, and I'm like, but you're not. So even the location that you're in, who looked out for you and got you that location? So even if things are hard, you have to look around and see all the people that helped out, because once you start really believing that, like I'm doing this with myself, you start believing that, you start pushing people away that's actually there for you. Because like you said, it shows a lack of gratitude. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's always somebody like for example, picture me saying, I built Dream on my back. Yeah. I don't care if I'm the founder. I didn't, what?
It takes a lot of moving pieces,
man. That people people just encourage you and believing in you. People keeping you going when you feel like giving up. All of those people count too.
They count.
You know what I mean?
They count.
People that's working for you for free. People that's working for you for less than they would for anybody. All of that matters.
It all matters.
All that matters. So you can't ever say I did it for myself. And I know Rick Ross is big on that, self-made and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
It became a popular thing amongst our community, amongst our culture, and that's why I wanted to speak about it, because it does us a great disservice.
Yep.
That mindset is also what birthed the lack of ability to collaborate. Right?
Yep.
Because everybody wants to be the one so that they can say, I did this.
Right.
Versus being able to come together like Voltron and build
Ooh,
something.
You know what? I'm so happy you said that first. I want to say to you, Jama, we're going to come back to that. But also, that's it right there. Like, for example, say you're trying to start something and you don't have the money. But say one of your peoples do. And it's like, nah, I can help you out. And you're like, nah, because I want to do this on my own. I want to do it. It's like you holding yourself up when God, everything you want to do, you need resources. And I truly
Absolutely.
believe that God gives you the resources all around you.
Absolutely.
But when you have that solo mentality, you holding yourself up. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, yo, I can't, like, you're not moving on this. You're going to hold all of this up because you want to do it on your own.
Majority of people understand that there is a source,
Right.
you know,
Right.
beyond us,
Right.
that is why we exist, right? Not everybody believes that, but regardless of whether you believe that or not, you know that there are things that are placed in your environment, whether it be something to spark a thought.
Right.
There's always something that inspires, right?
Right.
So everything outside of us is placed there for the purpose of an outcome,
Right.
right? And when we ish on that,
Right.
we're blocking our blessings.
That's right.
Right? And we're prolonging our outcome.
Yes, absolutely. And I've really seen really talented people fail and not get to their ultimate goal because of that mentality. And because of that, you lose sight of, I would say, the Kwanzaa principle, Ujamaa, cooperative economics. I think is really important that we try to, let's eat together. Let's eat together. And that's something that I'm always on. Maybe to a fault sometimes. It's like, yo, if I'm eating and I'm doing something, I try to figure out a way where my peoples can eat from it too.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? I think that's what, like, we're
That
supposed
should
to
be
do
natural.
that.
That's a part of why we're doing this,
Right.
right? A lot of what sparked me building the Oliver Legacy Academy and the whole culture currency thing is because the conversation came up about Black people not sticking together.
Right.
Right. And I'm like, you know, it takes certain steps before we can stick together.
Right.
We can't unite without trust and all
Right.
of these different things.
Right.
Right. But the other part is getting well up here.
Yeah.
Right. There's things that show up that's not the typical signs of illness, but it is illness. And when I say illness, I'm speaking in terms of things not being natural. It's not naturally you.
Right.
And it's a negative,
Right.
unnatural, occurrence.
Right.
So there's something very unnatural about us not wanting to connect
Yeah.
with likeness.
Yeah.
There's something very unnatural with needing to compete to prove your value with others that come from what
Right,
you come from.
right.
We're plagued with it. And I find that me being especially a creative, I'm always looking for people to collaborate with
Right.
on different levels. But there's a hard line there because everyone wants to be the one.
Yep.
It's this tug of war between ego and soul
Yep.
that takes place in that conversation.
One key word you said was trust. And what I've heard is, because nobody gonna be able to say they did this for me, or nobody gonna be able to say they did this, and they, you know what I mean. So is the lack of trust that we have for each other, and feeling like if someone helps, then they're gonna throw it in your face. You know what I mean? And use it as a thing. Well, I did this for you, and where maybe the help is not genuine. You know what I mean? So we struggle with that.
Yep. I
know?
wrote exactly that down.
So one thing about real estate that I learned in buying real estate, buying a single family on your first purchase is a bad move. Because when you first buy a home, there's a lot of programs for new homeowners, right? So say you get a loan. So the smart thing to do is to buy an investment property, right? So your 2 or 3 family, a multi-family, right? That's the best thing to do because you get more out of that assistance there. Now, if you feel afraid to get into it, or you feel like you don't have enough money to, for your percentage, that's where cooperative economics comes in and is like, you know what? I'm not ready to do this on my own. That's when you hit your peoples and say, yo, let's purchase this together. Let's do this together. But because we don't think about it, so many people have made a mistake of jumping into these single families. Now you got this high mortgage over your head, you know what I mean, where it's not even comfortable and fun living in the joint, But if we were to think as a community, we'll do that first. You know what I mean? Build up some equity. Then we can buy individual homes. Plus we have
People
some, you know,
renting and all that.
renting this, and we're doing it together where it doesn't have to feel so scary.
My mother speaks about it all the time because she's in the same type of mindset. It's the we mindset, but has run into very similar, you know, scenarios as us, where she was ready, but she's really good with money. So she's good with money. She's like, yo, I want to buy this multi-family house. She pulled some people together, family members, pulled them together and ran into the same things that give people the mindset that we're speaking of, right? So her thought process was like, yo, if we get this multifamily, all of us is paying less.
Yes.
And like whatever is open, we gonna make money off of.
Yep.
It makes all the sense in the world. Everybody's agreeing they want to do it, but when it was time to put the money up, she was the only one ready to put the money up. Nobody even was ready to even say, okay, we'll build. If y'all don't have the finances, maybe you bring to the table the work.
Yeah.
You know,
yep.
the house needs to be built up. You know
Yep.
what I mean?
Yep.
Things need to be fixed. Maybe you bring in labor.
Yep.
Everybody was looking for her to pretty much carry them.
Wow.
Nobody wanted to bring
To do
anything
they
to the
part.
table.
Damn.
So now, like I remember, I spoke before of her saying, like, now she, you know, she not leaving Castle Hill.
Yeah.
She's like, I know the community loves me. They take
Yeah,
care of
it
me.
is, yeah.
Like, why would I leave
you
at
get up
this
there in
point?
age, yeah.
Why would I leave? But she's always had the ability to leave.
Yep.
She just didn't have the community to build with.
Right. Yep. And it really hurts us, man, because these things can be generational changes if we knew how to come together. But again, that first thing is trust. So at the end of the day, there is someone that you trust. You know, you can't do business with everybody. So we're not trying to be unrealistic like that. Because there's some cousins and some
Nah,
family members that you're like, nah.
Everything has its tribe.
That's right.
If we don't live the same lifestyle, we can't live together.
Yeah, we can't live right.
So
right.
It has to make sense.
Yeah.
But we're speaking in terms of being able to find your people and come together as people versus finding people that you feel like you can build with.
Right.
And everyone is too busy trying to be selfish.
Right.
And can't build
Exactly.
community.
Like, for example, you with the idea for Oliver Legacy, right, to build a school. So years ago, I remember I was saying that I wanted to build a restorative practices school and stuff like that, and just with arts and all of that. And I already have dreams. So when you came with the idea for the Oliver Legacy, I'm not going to then say, yeah, because, you know, I want to build my own school, too. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. It's okay for us to work together and help build this thing together. That doesn't make sense. But it's like everybody want to be the one.
Yeah.
Everybody want to be the one. It's kind of like you will be the one. You know what I'm saying? Just build this. Because
Yo.
guess what? You're going to end up being zero. You're not even going to end up doing it.
If you
Because
ain't,
it takes
if you ain't
so
got all the
much.
components,
Yeah, if you don't have all the
over.
components, it's over. And we really need each other to build these things, to build this thing up and collaborate. And working collaboratively, working as a community is the way to go. Everybody can eat. Everybody is going to have a chance to shine in their area.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Everybody will be acknowledged. You just got to trust that. Don't be so thirsty for the spotlight. Your time will come.
And the beauty of that is everyone gets an opportunity to
Yeah.
shine in their area,
Yeah.
right? So when you think about it, we don't all have the same gifts.
Right.
And
exactly.
that's for a purpose.
Right.
We are puzzle pieces. We're
Yeah.
supposed to come together.
Yes.
And if I have a skill set that that collaborates well with your skill set,
Right.
and then collaborate well with this person's
Yes.
skill set, when we come through, we're all working in our professional
That's right.
spaces.
That's right.
So we're getting the best out of each other.
That's right.
It's no way you lose with that.
There's no way. And then another thing that everybody must understand in being a great leader is being a great delegator. If you do not know how to delegate, that means you do not know how to manage well. And you're trying to do everything. That's a recipe for failure.
Absolutely.
When you don't know how to bring people together, like I got this idea, I have this meeting, you know, see on the team who's willing to do work, then everybody's moving in their own areas and we're building this beautiful thing. When you cannot do that, that is a recipe for failure.
You know, it's beautiful that you said that because it just made me think about the fact that a part of this mindset, right? I never had I need to be the one.
Yeah.
But I have been plagued with the nobody is here to help me
Right.
situation. And then it formed me into someone who had to do everything on my own. It was like, it's not something I wanted.
Right.
But I didn't have a lot of people that I could depend on.
Right,
so
right.
after so many people not showing up,
Right.
you become the person who's
doing it.
like, I'm just going to do it.
Right.
I need to get it done. Right. And then with that, when you do have people that can show up for you, you stop knowing how to delegate because you so busy trying to do every damn thing. And I think I got out of that a few years ago, but I've always, I've always been, I can do a lot, but that doesn't mean you're supposed to do it all. And I was burning my candle from both ends, even when I had people to help me, because of the fact
you
that
weren't used to it.
I didn't trust.
Right.
I didn't trust that these people would stick around. So if I get comfortable,
Right.
with y'all helping me, and then y'all stop helping me,
Right.
I'm left with the bag.
But that's a good point, right? And that's a good point of view. So what kind of advice do you have when you're in that situation? For me, I'm feeling like, well, if you got the help, take the help while you have it. And don't think about the ball dropping and not delegating. What would you say is the right way?
Similar to what you just said, stop thinking from a lack standpoint. Stop being on defense.
Right.
Stop waiting for things to be wrong.
Right.
And deal with what is.
At the moment.
What is you have people. So utilize the people you have. And always have a pivot.
Right.
Don't expect the worst, but definitely be prepared for anything to go left or right.
Right,
because
just be prepared.
Things happen.
Right, but don't just operate in it, but be
Don't
prepared.
operate in it, but be
prepared. Yeah,
Yes.
that's really good. That's a good one. I'll give you a thing for that. I really like this discussion a lot. I think it's so needed. I just really want to say that, again, when God blesses you with a gift, with an idea, with the charge, he also blesses you with the resources. So that's why it's really important that the ideas and stuff that you have, you get it out and let as many people know it as possible. Of course, without giving out all the details. It's somebody just take your idea. You don't want to just give up all the details, but it's very important to let it out and let your closest folks know so that you can rally your troops, because there's a great possibility that the folks around you are your resources to help carry your thing out, and not just think in a silo like you just have to do this thing on your own, because it's basically impossible, and if it's not impossible, it's super stressful for no reason.
And another thing before we leave this discussion, I wanted to address is the thought process. The same thought process has also birthed the understanding that someone helping you is a handout.
Let's do it. Yes, very good.
And first off, thinking of it that way is so counterproductive. Right. It's counterproductive. And at the other end of that, what's wrong with your people giving you a handout?
Yeah, what's wrong with that? At the end of the day, like,
know
what's
what I
wrong?
mean?
Like, good looking.
Yeah.
What's wrong with being looked out
that?
for? Yeah.
You look out for people.
Yeah.
I'm hoping.
Right.
Some of us look out for people and still don't feel comfortable with people looking out for us.
Yeah.
And I know I'm plagued with that.
Yeah.
Because I have
We've
to.
spoken about that.
Yeah, I talk myself through it because it's uncomfortable for me. But it also still comes from a lack of trust.
Yep.
It comes from that. I don't want somebody to be able to say. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It comes from that. I'm aware of it, so I'm able to counteract it. But it's something to be addressed.
Right. And also, and if someone throws those kind of things in anybody's face, that's more to say about that person and not you. So if somebody like, I did this for you. Yeah, I needed it. Good looking at that time. Thank you. You understand what I'm saying? It's still not nothing to feel bad about.
Usually comes from a long line of feeling betrayed by people close to you.
Yeah.
So you like, I'm not allowing myself to be betrayed again.
Yeah.
Right. But that's the underlining of this whole entire discussion.
Right.
So my whole point is, the super ninja comes by way of fear.
Yep.
Right. And all of our discussions, when we talk about these things that we need to shake, all of them come by way of fear. We're plagued by fear.
Right.
And these fears bring up these actions and activities and ways that we exist with each other that needs to change in order for us to unite. Recognize that there are people who gave you opportunity, recommendations, inspired you, challenged you, taught you something, mentored you, planted a seed, informed you. Those things are not nothing.
Right.
Even if somebody is not hands-on doing paperwork with you, outside with you, Those things are not nothing.
That's right.
Self-made is not a thing.
Right. Thank you. And I really feel that acknowledging those bullet points right there, acknowledging every single one of those bullet points is what is the recipe. That I think that is the key to get us out of that. I'm doing this by myself. When you're grateful, when you're gracious for all the small things, then you start seeing it in a bigger way. Like, damn, this helped this. And then I think you could start being more open.
And that's where happiness comes from.
Right.
Happiness comes from gratitude. Happiness comes from identifying everything in your life that is happening for you.
Yeah.
Right? So when you wake up, it's like, oh, wow, I woke up to another day.
That's right. And
I'm breathing.
Yep.
Another day. I still got a roof over my head. That first cup of water, I got fresh water to drink. Like, I truly look at my life through that lens. That's how I'm able to, even through harder times, see the beauty in what this thing is.
And let me tell you, everything you just said, that's literally how I start my day every single morning.
And everyone should. Call me corny. I'm an artist. I look at the trees and I see life in that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I walk through even this block that we're shooting in, like the beauty of these buildings, the architecture.
Yep.
I feel blessed to be able to have this. Like, I have a lot of people that ain't able to do this no more.
That's right. For example, with Culture Currency. All right, Mahogany had the idea, right? But she brought me in. And then we need a place to shoot. You know, in our other location, she made a connection with somebody to let us shoot. In this location, we made a connection with these people. It takes
a village.
It really takes a village. I've been doing Dream for 15 years. You know how many people had to help me through this whole journey? I'm grateful for those people every day. And I never take it for granted. That's why my folks, I'm like, thank you, I appreciate you. Thank you, I
remember when you brought that concept to me. I remember that like yesterday. And to see and to be a part of it at times and see it work. I'm like, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Thank
you. Yeah. Thank you.
But what you want to leave the watchers with?
I think I would like to leave the watchers with something I said a few minutes ago. The whole thing of every gift that's given to you or idea, the resources are around you. It's not meant for you to do it alone. And once you see that and believe that, like Mahogany said, being grateful for the resources around you, it'll open you up, and then I think you will be that more successful than you already are.
Absolutely. And what I would leave with you is do inventory in your life of all of the great things, because we do inventory every day of the negatives. I hear people all the time, everything's wrong. And we paint our whole existence with this everything's wrong brush.
Yeah, and imaginary haters and all of that kind of stuff.
Everything. It's just like one thing could happen in your day and you like, oh my God, my day is, you just ruined your whole day with one situation.
Right, yep.
We got to see gratitude. In order to see gratitude and live it, you need to be able to do inventory of all of the great things that are happening to and for you and that you're capable of doing.
That's
just
right.
the capability.
Right.
The ability to have choice.
That's right.
Is a big deal.
Besides trust is also like trust in others, but trust in self. Trust in self, and I think a lot of not wanting to help comes from also a lack of self-esteem. Insecurities where you're not ready to open up yourself, and you feel like you have to build yourself up before you start talking to folks about it, or you may feel like maybe someone may take over your idea because maybe they're more talented or smarter than you are, so you kind of stay away from that. My thing has always been go into that. You know what I mean? Folks who are smarter than you, folks who have more resources, folks, those that utilize them, that's your team. That doesn't mean that they're the one that, don't let anybody take over your idea, first of all. You know what I mean? Don't let that happen. But just, asserting yourself as the leader, coming to the table with the idea, and if folks have respect for you, then they will never try to step on. And if they are, then they're out of here. That's not your team.
Well,
but
a part of that is trusting yourself, right? Like you said. I always tell people that, everything starts within. The lack of trust comes by way of lacking trust in self. Having a trust issue means you don't trust people, period.
Yeah, period.
Right?
Right.
And that comes by way of you not trusting yourself.
That's right.
So you have to build equity with yourself first. in order to be able to trust others. Just in the way that you do that is by keeping your promises to yourself.
That's right.
Right?
And others.
If I keep my promises to myself, that means if I say, if somebody crosses me in this way, they gotta go. When that time comes, pull a trigger.
Right. Yep.
When you can trust that even if somebody does betray you, even if somebody does show up in a way that violates the code in which y'all communicated or dealt with each other, if you can trust that you're going to do the right thing once that thing takes place,
right,
it changes everything.
Right.
So now you're not so scary to make moves and to interact with people because
right,
you know either way, yes, you can hurt me. Yes, you can violate me. Yes, you can betray me. But guess who's not going to betray me?
Right, me. Right. Yep. That's a great one. But another point of that is entrusting yourself is not being a crud ball yourself.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because some people want trust and they want loyalty and all these things.
But
they
don't
get none of
wanna be
that,
it.
but you don't want to be it. You know what I mean? So if you want to build a team around you and you're looking for support and things of that nature, you have to be what you're looking for first.
Be someone people can respect.
That's right.
Absolutely.
And then you'll get it.
Absolutely. I think this was a great discussion.
I think so too.
I'm Mahogany.
I'm Ish.
And this is Culture Currency.
But culture
is the value.
Make sure to like, share,
subscribe, and comment.
We appreciate you.
Yes.